Hey guys, I've been trying to figure out this problem for a while, and I'm not really into making YouTube videos, but everywhere I look I've kind of got half answers but not quite the full answer. So I'm trying to put a light fitting on top of this speaker to avoid having extra stands on stage. I've seen a couple of solutions where you've got the screw holes and there's maybe two of them on top of the speaker, and you can put a T-bar across, but I'm trying to come up with one that will be able to put, like, you know, these easy fit light bars. I've got one here. Forgive the quality of the video, it's not very good, but I've got one of these like micro LED bars, and you can get longer bars, but essentially it's got a speaker pole mount built into it. My aim is to fit it on top of a speaker so that it's all in one package and easy to do. So on my speaker here, I've got underneath this little thing, I've got a little through head hole, but there's only one on my speaker. This is an RCF speaker, so I've only got one screw head hole here, and this is an M10 hole. So my plan is, I went online to see if I could get something that I could just mount straight in this hole that holds a pole up, and I found these K&M mounts. It's actually a speaker mount for the upside down like this, and it sits on top of the pole. But if you turn it the other way, you can put a pole into it and then stand whatever you want on top. So my aim was to do this and put a threaded bar through the hole here and hold this straight. Now it probably would be enough, but there was a bit of a left and right wobble like this, so then I have to turn it around, but then there's nowhere to drill a hole. I could probably mount a through the bottom here, but then practicality of using this, taking it in and off with the case on as well, was difficult. So my next solution was to mount this sideways like this, because it's much firmer, you can see here, but finding a way of fixing it to that. So now my next project is, I've got hold of some 20 by 20 centimeter 4mm steel plates off Amazon, nothing expensive, just mild steel, and I am drilling a template into it, which I've started doing here, where I've scored out the middle mark, which is the 10mm hole at the top here, which will go into top there, and I brought some of these little screws on top, and that will screw that into that. And then I've drilled, working a couple of fails here, but yeah, I've drilled two holes line up here and here, where I'm going to put some bolts through, some coach top bolts through, just short, about 20mm, with some bolts underneath, and that will eventually go and sit, and I'll probably shape out the back here, cut away the excess, but it'll make it rigid on top of this stand here. You can come in and then you can screw it up, yada yada, put your pole in and mount your lights on top. So I'm going to try and finish this up, and I'll probably get rid of like all this excess here and just make even, like keep the long bit here, like a little stream there, which then rests on the stand here, just to keep it a bit of extra strength on the backwards and forwards motion of weight. Just trying to make it strong, basically, is the plan. So yeah, I'll pause for now. I'm going to try and do one, and I'll come back when I've done one, but I'm missing the bolts, so I might have to wait till the bolts arrive later to show you the ending. But yeah, I'm going to get a crack on that and see what it looks like. All right, stay tuned. FYI, cut this with a grinder. Don't do it with a hacksaw, it's taken me ages. Right, carrying on. Okay, update. I've cut the basic shape out. This is like for the handle, and obviously our frame here is going to sit on top of it like so, and up, there you go. The reason I've given a bit of extra at the front here is because if you use the through head to screw into that nut there, you need to have enough room for that to spin. So I've just given a bit of extra tolerance, so that's got enough of your hands, and now let's undo it. And then yeah, what it looks like now will look somewhat like so. So that's it there. So I think it's nice and steady left and right, and also I'll obviously get rid of all the shrapnel and sharp bits, but that'll sit there and you'll be able to pick that up and still use it if need be. I might even just cut that bit a bit shorter, but yeah, that's the plan. Stay tuned, I'll update as we go, but definitely use a grinding saw. I'm knackered. I've got one, but I ain't got the tools for it, and I ain't got the disc, so I'm committing with a hacksaw. All right, bye. Sorry about the delay and the change in light. I I got called out to a job, so I just carried on and I got back. I've now made 2 bases, and I'm yet to receive my bolts in the post, which go through here. But yeah, basically this is what we look like. It'll be secured down to the plate with 2 bolts bolted underneath. And essentially screwed in the front here. You've got your Mac about here. You can put anything you want on top of it, basically, but I'll take a photo video in a minute with my Band's T-bar up there. But yeah, the advantage of this is that you should be able to come along and still use the handle and pick it up. Is the plan. I have got a little clamp as well. I might try and see what it's like when it holds on that, just to save the forward back wobble on the plate, and maybe put a washer under here. But yeah, overall, not bad. We'll see how it holds up with the weight in a sec. And so that's the final look, minus the bolts, obviously they're coming. But yeah, the idea we're going to have in our band is that we're going to have this on top of the speakers, and then I've actually got enough space here now to clamp stuff on the back. So this will cover the dance floor, and I'm going to put a wash on the back of the pole. It's going to go back and cover the band, and I'll have the same using the other stand on the other speaker, and there'll be a cross light. I might do an updated video of what it looks like when it's all back together and pieced up. But yeah, basically not too bad idea. It costs about 40 quid, I'd say, maybe 20 quid odd for the brackets, about 10 to 20 quid for steel, depending on how thick you get it. You can probably go thinner than 4mm, but I went 4mm, and recommend using a grinding disc, not a hacksaw. That took me ages. Yeah, the hole for the front here, if anyone needs some rounding, is a 10mm hole, and then I put 2 8mm holes here, which I'm going to put these square-ended coach bolts through and bolt on so it doesn't move. Yeah, yeah, stand by for another video with what it finally looks like at the end of it all. Goodbye. Hey guys, just to catch up on what's been happening, I got hold of some of this multi-surface paint, black satin finished. It kind of matched the paintwork of the stand I brought from K&M. Yeah, little tip, just hang them up on some coat hangers on that. Bit of cardboard, light sprays all the way around, did 2 coats. Come out all right. Right, I'm going to fix this to the other brackets because my bolts have arrived, and we'll see what it looks like. Stay tuned. Okay, so I've managed to put it all together with some bolts that I got. These are some bolts I ordered from Amazon. I'll try and put a link if I can find it in the description below. But essentially they're like coach bolts, but without any unthreaded bar in the gap, with a square end, and that's an 8mm bolt with an 8mm square, which is the exact size I needed to secure it in that little slot there on this mount. Yeah, 20mm long in total, with a rounded head, and so what that does, it gives a nice flush look on the top so it doesn't catch anything, and then underneath it's just enough for the bolt, basically, with a little extra. The worry people might have thought is the bolt's catching the handle, but this is like my speaker in its case, and this is the front bolt here that I was on about before. So what the plan is that the 2 bolts stick out either side of the handle, purposely chosen that way, I guess, but maybe by accident, we'll find out. I might need 2 hands to do this in a sec, and that should just slip in. Hang on, I'll do it and pass it on. Yep, damn sight easy with 2 hands. Right, so this is now the plate. This is the new plate, and the hole is just through there. So now I can just get my handle, while it's in its case still, slip it through, and just turn it down. In case you're wondering, yes, that is my Peppa Pig trampoline. I do have a kid, but it's for me, not for her. And yeah, and then that just screws up, tighten up, nice and firm. And that's on. That's now got no left and right thing. There is options still to grab the handle if you need to pick up the speaker. But yeah, this one's out the way. Got the pole mount. I've got a clamp as well. Let me quickly go try it, clamp it, and see what it looks like. 2 secs. So as it stands, yeah, got that on there. I've got this little screw gate clamp here. Only a little cheap thing off Amazon again. But you can wrap that around there and just secure it tightly. I realise my filming's terrible, guys, but yeah, sorry about that. Right, yeah, and then that just stops any extra forward backs, an extra helping hand whilst on the gig. And that's that. So, take a look at it. Like I said before, got your lights still on top. This pole can be as short as you need it to be, but I'm keeping it long for now because I've got a power light that we're going to attach with a clamp here. I'll get a video of that when it comes. And the power light's going to shine back across the stage while these 4 lights light up the dance floor. And that is the setup, guys. Hope you find it useful. If you have any questions, try and type them below. Don't bother liking, subscribing, all that shit. I don't really care. But hopefully this helps solve a problem, and it's a fun little DIY project. Good luck out there. Bye.